Hello everyone, welcome to Heat Signature. This is a top-down game kind of similar to Hotline Miami or Police Stories. It's very fast-paced and it requires a lot of proper timing, things like that, so I think it could be fun to play through. I have played it a lot before, but I started a new world, or a new galaxy rather, and every single time you play the game, you're going to get something different. So we can start off here by picking a character. So this character, for example, is weak, so they don't have the ability to use melee weapons, which could be difficult. Shaky. It'll be more difficult to work with firearms. This person starts with a lot of money, and while that's good, it's not necessarily useful at the beginning of the game because there's a lot of different abilities and perks and equipment, rather, that you should try to unlock. And so having a lot of money at the beginning isn't that useful. So I think this person is the one I'll go with. They're Off-World. Off-World is one of the factions in the game. So all the concussive weapons I use are self-charging, which is really, really useful. And then I start out with a slipstream, which is very useful. So if I get that, there's several different shops here. So the miscellaneous shop, you can see, scroll through them all. This is a brand new world, so there's pretty much nothing. Acid traps and crash traps are very useful, because they'll disable different parts of enemy equipment, but I don't have enough money for them right now. So can you go to the job listing so I can steal something, rescue someone, steal another thing, or hijack a ship. This icon means glitchback, so pretty much if I get injured or anything that would normally cause me to fail a mission, I'm teleported back to my ship, and so it's impossible for me to fail. Let's see, I'm going to start with... Let's just start with a rescue. Yes, I'll start with a rescue. Just something nice and easy to begin with. Go to my pod and maneuver over to the ship, speeding up just a tiny little bit. Okay, and as I get closer, I'm gonna hold right click, slowly maneuver towards the ship. You don't want to get into the, let's see if I can show it. Right here, you don't want to get into that arc, as the enemy will see you, and then your ship will get shot, and you could die very easily. So, if I just dock, there we go. So, here we can see 3 enemies there, but they're pretty easy as they don't have anything. One of the bosses, he's holding a key card, but if I hit him with lethal damage, he'll explode, alerting the rest of the ship, but there's no alarm, which is nice. Some more guards, the pilot, and then the person I need to pick up. So I can start off by getting that. I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit. Okay. I'm also going to switch those two. So here you can see there's the arc, so that's how far I can reach with this weapon. So right now if I went and attacked him, they would most likely, well, he probably wouldn't, but this guy would most likely see me. So you need to wait until this guy decides to come forward. So we can get this, and meanwhile, rechargeable slipstream, not super useful as I already have one. And so it's rechargeable, which means it'll fill up once I hit a station. If I get a self-charging one, then when I'm on an enemy ship, it'll recharge. Self-charging is always the best, but it can be very difficult to get. Okay, so this guy's coming this way. So what I'm going to do is let him just pass. Then I'll go back. I'm waiting for that last guy, so the last guy, it's his turn now to come. So, oh, no, okay. There we go. Okay, so now that this guy is coming, I'm gonna thwack him in the brain. That'll knock him out. Hello. Okay, so now he's knocked out. So I'm gonna come here. Boom. Boom. So those two are knocked out. So once you knock someone out, they're permanently out of the game. They won't wake up. So now I need to, whoops. Now I need to get through this next room here. So I can knock him out. Knock him out, yeah. That's what I'll do. Okay, so that's pretty easy, painless. Got him. Got him. Oh, got him. That, oh, I just have to get this guy. Boom, ship secured. So now I could go and pick up crash beam. Okay, so this is a long range crash beam, and I see that this guy had high capacity sidewinder. So the crash beam is useful because you can take down enemy shields and I believe turrets and things like that. Pretty useful, but I only have 3 of them. And then a sidewinder is essentially a teleporter, but only for places you can see. So for example, I cannot use a sidewinder to go through into this room here because there's a locked door. I could, however, use it to go there. So it's pretty useful, but it can be annoying if there's a locked door. So I could pick up this guy and take him back to the base using my pod, or because the ship is secured, I can just enter the cockpit, press F, and then now it's gonna automatically take it there. And that is this mission done. Boom. So that's one mission done. Now I can do this mission. Let's see if there's any new equipment for me to get. So I could get a short blade, which is lethal. It's very, very fast. Pretty much, yeah, there's no recovery speed on it, and no recovery timer, so it's one after another. However, it's only 2 meters. It's very short range, as opposed to the wrench, which is 8 meters, and the long blade. So the long blade is essentially the lethal version of the wrench. They're very, very useful. But I think, ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna pass. I'll get a short blade. Short blades can be useful, especially for missions such as assassinations, which I'm about to do. So, if I go up here to the target, slow down, get closer and closer and closer. Boom. Let's see what's going on here. So 2 enemies here. They will be very easy to kill. 2 enemies there, 2 enemies there, and then 2-2 in the pilot. Wow. This is going to be a very easy mission. Okay, so I killed him. Oh, especially because his ally. Yeah, this is easy. I'm gonna wait for him to move. And he's dead. Well, unconscious. Oh man, this mission. It's like the game's not even trying to make it hard. So I killed him. Got his key card. I'm going to come down here and see what's in this. Armor Be Gone. Okay, so Armor Be Gone is a self-charging trap that gets rid of armor. Now, we're not to the stage in the game yet where armor is a problem, so it's not too useful yet, but it's very nice. Armor Be Gone is from one of my previous characters that I played probably about 2 years ago. So when you play a character enough, you do their personal mission and they're a very good character, you actually have the ability to retire them, so they're safe per se. You can no longer play as them, but they don't die. And the bonus is you get to pick one piece of equipment that they had in their inventory and pass it on, where it can now be found by other characters in the game. So Columbia Volsepka Kula, however you say that, had Armor Be Gone, and I named it, and I'm using it. So it's pretty useful, but not at this moment in the game. Oh, well, that's nice. They opened the door for me. Okay, a rechargeable swapper is useful because it is what it is, like what you think it is. I can swap with a person. If it's just one, it's kind of useful, but it can be very dangerous because, say for instance, I swapped with this person, they would start spinning around and be like, what the heck is going on? And then they'd see their dead friend and they'd be alerted. So I'm not going to use it right now, but it's useful to hold on to. So I'm going to come up here, man. These targets just like walking right into my traps. Hello. Dead. Okay, so I killed them, so I can leave now, but I want to take over the ship. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what's in here. High capacity slipstream. So this is not terrible, but it's pretty bad considering I already have 8 slipstreams that are all rechargeable, and that is not. So there's really no point in me having it. Especially considering this is 5 and that's 5, so there's no reason. So once again, I'm gonna take this ship all the way back to base. There we go. And that's another mission done. So if I come here to the strategy map, this is the map of the game. So there are 4 enemy factions in this game. The Foundry, the Off-World, the Sovereign, and the Glitchers. So each one has a different focus, as it were. The Glitchers, for instance, are good with glitch traps, where that'll teleport enemies around the map, and the teleporters that I have in my inventory. The Sovereign are good with kind of subverters, which will switch a tool or something to work in your favor. So if someone's wearing a shield, for example, and I subvert it, when they shoot out of that shield, it'll kill them because, you know, the shield will reflect the bullet back and kill them. Also, stealth shields, very, very useful. If done properly, it makes you invisible momentarily if you're looking towards the enemy. The Off-World are good for crash traps and concussive weapons. So this character is ex-Off-World, so hence concussion weapons, all self-charging. Pretty useful. And they also have the Off-World Angel, which is a ship, and this is the best ship in the game by far. It creates a bubble around your ship that when you're sucked out into space, you can just press a button and then it'll suck you in back to your ship. Incredibly useful when you're inevitably sucked out violently into space. And finally, the Foundry are good for kind of just smashing stuff, blowing stuff up, shotguns and rifles and things like that. They're very, very useful. So the way that I progress through the game is by doing missions. As you can see here, say for instance, let's do we can do this mission. So mission details, as you can see here, it's liberation progress. The blue bar is what we've already filled up from the 2 missions we've already done, and the white bar is what will be filled up pending a successful completion of this mission. So once you fill up a bar, you'll unlock one liberation point, where you come to this map and you can pick pretty much any base and take it over, and then that'll become yours. So this one right now is the only one we have. And once you liberate a total of 10 strongholds, and each one of these is a stronghold. Once you liberate 10 strongholds, you will unlock the final one for that faction. Once you defeat that, these are stations. These are strongholds. Once you liberate all 4 strongholds, you win the game. So you need to defeat, I believe, a total of 44? No. 40, and then the 4 missions that come with the strongholds. You need to defeat 40 stations, and then you will win the game. So it's kind of a long game, kind of not, depending on how fast you play. The more you play as a character, over time, the less liberation points they will earn you. So you do want to eventually kind of switch out, pick new characters. But for now, we're going to go with this person because they're brand new, which is very nice. So we have our mission. We'll do... Oh, it changed. Interesting. Okay, well... Yeah, I can go with this one. Let's see. Yeah, we don't really need anything. So we come out here, go to the ship. So this is going to be the hardest mission we've done yet. But it's not too bad. Scoot right in. Okay. So this person these two guys have shotguns, which it's kind of an arc, can be very difficult to kill them if they shoot at you. This person has a shield, so only when they're alerted will they turn it on. You have, I think it's 2 seconds once they see you and are alerted that they'll turn it on, and then they'll keep it on for a long time. And that they're invincible unless you can turn it off using a crash beam or a crash pad or a subverter. But they're not too difficult if you do kind of the thing that I was doing, where you let one person leave and then slowly kill them off. So we got 1 set, 2 sets, and 3 sets of these guys. Kind of 2 shotguns, 3 shotguns rather, and then a shield guy. And there's no pilot. So once I'm alerted, once they discover me, I'll have 30 seconds to complete the mission. And 30 seconds in some missions can be a long time. You know, I've played missions that take 10 minutes to do, and I've played missions that take 20 seconds to do. So it all depends. But my goal is to pick up that person. So let's get to it. So I'm going to come down here and get that keypad, which means I can pretty much go around these people if I really want to, but I don't want to waste my sidewinders if I don't have to. Okay, perfect. So they moved. So while it's good, I'd prefer for the other 2 to move. So I'm going to go back on my ship. No, I don't like that. Let's see. Them again. Okay, let's go. Oh, let's go. Yeah, sometimes you don't get lucky with these things. No. Almost. Yeah, I can deal with this. Okay. So they're going to come down here, and I'm just going to immediately kill them with my wrench. Boom. Okay. So now that they're taken care of, as you can see here, there's this guy. So I'm going to quickly pop out. Oh, barely killed that guy in time, but I got it. So that's one room done. Cool. Let's see, where is... Where's the fourth guy for here? Is there only 3? Surely there's a 4th. Okay, well, regardless, he's dead, so then this guy's just going to come up here to do his patrol. Little does he know, he got stabbed. And stabbed. Slipstream, don't need it. Glitch trap. Okay. I'm going to take this and replace that. So the glitch trap is very useful because when I place it down, there's going to be... Here, I can actually just show you. So if I hold right click, you can see here is the kind of path that it'll take. So it places that down. So now anyone that enters this green circle will be instantly teleported there. You technically can teleport it within the ship, but that's not really that useful. It's really great if you teleport it out, because when they get teleported outside, they'll suffocate and die. So it's quite nice. The self-charging ones are great because you can kind of just leave it there and not worry about it. Okay, so I got those two, and I'll show you how this slipstream works. So right click. Now, for the duration this bar is decreasing, I'll be in slow motion. So if I come up here, see, I'm moving fast, but no one's really... Okay, so that's one of the downsides. So what just happened was I was running out of my slipstream, and when the slipstream starts to end, you speed up. You're kind of thrown really fast in whatever direction you're moving. The momentum you have kind of returns to normal, and you start moving very fast. If you're moving towards a window like I was, you'll break through it and you'll be sucked down into space. So now I have an oxygen bar, and my ship needs to take it and pick up my character. So that ship I was referring to earlier, very useful because you can just get within a certain range and you'll instantly be able to suck in your character. But no worries, I can just come back up here because the ship is secure. No one else is alive on the ship. Come here. And I wonder, can I... It's an autopilot, but can I override it? No, I can't. Okay. And we'll pick up the character and throw him out. I have 14 seconds to pick him up. Not bad at all. I got the objective first, and then my character. And that's another mission done. So the missions in this game are not too terribly long. And they do get increasingly difficult. The ones at the end of the game are very, very hard to deal with. And then I just throw the character there. So that took us a total of 5 minutes, 34 seconds. And I definitely could have gone faster. So that's that. Okay, so here, this is a mission that is related to my personal mission. So the personal mission is up here. Every character is different. For this person, it's rescue my idiot friend Mas Benichu, who got captured by the glitchers. So I need to get 200 gold, or coins, or currency, whatever it's called. And then I'll be able to afford to start the mission. Usually they're pretty difficult Sometimes it varies. It's all RNG. And then whatever award that you get becomes available. So, for instance, if I rescue this person, I'll be able to play as them. And sometimes they're really good characters and have some extra gear. That's very nice. Other times it'll be you'll get an item. Other times, let's show. So, yeah, a lot of times you actually don't get anything at all. This person, all you have to do is kill a security officer, rescue a friend, rescue their parent, and then this person is rescue the friend. Once you complete your personal mission, you're able to retire. So you can bum rush your personal mission and you'll be good. Or you can take your time, play the game, and then once you finally feel like your character is done, you can do the personal mission and then retire them. So let's go with, we can rescue this person. So this mission is going to be a bit difficult, but not too bad. It's going to be quite nice, I think. Oops. There we go. Okay. So these people have heat sensors. So if I enter the ring, they'll detect me, which is why having a wrench or something like that is very useful. There's also the sentry gun, which will kill me if I enter the circle, but it can just be blown up, crashed, or hacked, or just flat out disabled by walking up to it and pressing a button. There's the personal mission intel, so I'll be sure to grab that. Here's the telepad. Now, telepads bring in reinforcements, and reinforcements in this game are very, very strong. And so I want to avoid that as much as possible. If I use a crash beam, it'll just turn it off, and then I don't have to worry about it. But the ship will, if I'm detected, will start to go back to a base, and if they arrive at the base, my character will be captured, and they'll usually die. Sometimes you'll be lucky and you'll get a personal mission for another character, which allows you to rescue them, and then you can play as your character once again. But that doesn't always happen, and if you ever die during your personal mission, or rather the person you're trying to save dies, they're dead permanently. So you have to be very careful. I'm currently trying to rescue Urza Rodriguez right there. So let's see. So I'm going to wait. Okay, they left. Okay, what I'm going to do is turn on a slipstream, short blade, kill them, turn that off, come down here, go up, and boom. So in the course of, 5 seconds, I did all that. Very fast-paced game to try to figure things out. So, if I can come up here, personal intel. Now the mission cost is only 40 gold, or whatever the currency is. So I'm actually going to move back here because I want this guy to move. Oh gosh. As I can then get a good angle on the other two. Nope, doesn't want to move. Yeah, a lot of times in this game you're sitting and waiting, trying to get everything to work properly. But now he's moved, so got him, and thankfully, frick. Okay, so this multi-ball, this is actually pretty cool. Yeah, we'll send it to the stash. So I made a big mistake. I don't know if anyone can tell. I'm currently locked in a room that I don't have the key for. That person has the key. Thankfully, they're going to come down here, but they're hopefully not going to see that character. or sense them before they open the door. Let's see, maybe. Got him. Okay, cool. And then I'll just come here, thwack. And I'm gonna turn that off. Thwack. Okay, so this mission was pretty easy. Yeah, so this mission was pretty easy. So now I have this character. You know what? No, let's just take the ship back. And wow, we got really far away. There we go. Boom. And drop them off. So now we have a liberation available, and there we go. So we can pick from one of these four. I think the best thing for us to do is to go with I'd say this one, so we can get the high capacity crash traps, which are very useful. And there we go. So we've unlocked bloodless missions, which each station, if I go into my ship here, so different stations have different focuses. I don't know if this one is specifically a bloodless station, but different stations have different missions, and then every station can get specific ones. So this one is Bloodless Cause. I get a bonus, not a bonus, but actually a requirement where I don't kill anyone. I can knock them out, but I can't kill them. These can be very difficult at times because you can get things like Ghost, where you are not allowed to do damage to anyone, or not damage. You can't be seen or alerted by anyone. It can be very difficult. So this game is very in-depth, and as you can see, very fast-paced. You hit spacebar a lot to try to plan your movements. But overall, this is a Heat signature, and I'm looking forward to going through and playing this game.